Satnam, welcome to your Root Chakra Kundalini Kriya. So today's flow is going to be focused on the earth element, grounding, and your digestion. So you'll need a blanket and an eye pillow if you'd like for Shavasana. So go ahead and get seated, find a comfortable seat, perhaps seated up on the blanket so that your hips are slightly higher than your knees. And allow the eyes to close. I'm going to walk you through a brief meditation to help you release tension and to become more grounded. So sitting in a comfortable position, eyes closed, take a few long sighs. And notice where your body meets the ground and meets the support of the earth. And with your eyes closed, bring to mind the image of an hourglass that was just turned upside down. Sand emptying from top to bottom. And envision your body, your torso as an hourglass, and drain this sand out of your upper body, down into your lower body on 3 big sighs. So bringing your awareness up to the crown of the head, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let all the heaviness empty from your head, neck, and shoulders. Pause. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, feel the solidity draining from your shoulders and chest down into your belly. Let your breath in expand your torso here. And as you exhale, allow all the sand to leave your belly and flow down into your pelvis, legs, and feet. Feel your seat expanding into the earth, into the ground, and let your body land on the earth completely now. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly, and notice the feeling of your breath under your hands. And for the next few moments, deepen your breath. Invite your breath deep into the pelvis, the pelvic bowl, the inner thighs, the thigh bones, all the way down to the feet. Maybe even wiggle your toes. And allow yourself to stay grounded as your breath flows in and out of your body. Know that you will repeatedly be pulled away from your breath. And this will happen throughout your yoga practice as well. So each time you drift away, don't make a big deal about it. Simply invite your attention kindly back onto the breath. The breath in and the breath out. Keeping your eyes closed, we'll move into our Kundalini tune-in. If you're unsure of that tune-in, I'll place it up on the screen here. It's Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. And it means I bow to the divine teacher, the divine consciousness within me. We'll repeat that 3 times. This chant really activates all 3 brains, your heart brain, your gut brain, and of course your head brain. So it really helps drop the energy into the body, into the lower centers. So go ahead and bring the palms to touch, rub them together. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale deeply. Keep your hands fused at heart center. In fact, press them together even more firmly. Hold the breath in. Lift the pelvic floor. Lift the gaze up to the third eye space. Squeeze the spine. And exhale, find your meditative seat. Thumb and index finger touch in Gyan Mudra. Palms face up. Shoulders relax down the body. Allowing yourself to bathe and bask in the mantra. We'll warm up with some Sufi grinds here. So bring your palms face down on the knees like I'm doing here. Taking clockwise circles, inhale, half circle forward through the nose. Exhale, half circle back. Exhale is through the nose. Eyes are closed. Inhale, forward, half circle, clockwise. Exhale, back, half circle. And continue this. Keeping a gentle lift, awareness, engagement of the root chakra, pelvic floor. Keeping the hip points and the sits bones grounded. Shoulders relaxed. Breathing is deep. The gaze remains on the third eye space. Tip of the tongue can gently rest on the roof of the mouth. Go ahead and reverse directions. So we're moving in a counterclockwise direction now. Still inhaling through the nose, forward. Exhaling through the nose, back. Inviting you to relax the jaw. Notice if there's a grip in the hinge of the jaw, relax the jaw. Deepen the pocket of the breath, the groove of the lungs. Moving, stuck, stagnant energy from the base of the spine. Last few moments here. And inhale, come back to a neutral spine. So sit up straight, take a deep breath in. Sip in 3 more times through the mouth. Hold the breath, relax the shoulders, pelvic floor lifts, belly squeezes, eyes gaze, third eye. And exhale, relax. Find your meditative seat. And be with what is. Let's go ahead and come to standing now. So feel free to come into down dog as a transition. In Kundalini yoga, we call down dog triangle pose. Take a few breaths, pedal out the knees, shake the head yes and no. Yearn the hips to the wall behind you. Let the head be heavy. Take a few more breaths here. And as you're ready, go ahead and walk your hands to the top of your mat, meeting at your feet. When you arrive there, take a deep breath, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Knees are slightly bent, head relaxed. And as you inhale, you're going to sweep the arms to the left and right side of the room. Take a deep breath in, palms touch above you. Sip in 3 more times at the top. And exhale, bring the hands back to heart center in prayer. So the next pose is very grounding. It brings your awareness, attention, prana into the lower body, the feet, the legs, the groin, your root. So you're going to stand hip width apart, feet are parallel. Your arms are going to be out in front of you like I'm doing here. Palms are facing down. So the arms are in line with your shoulders. Just take a breath in for a moment. Lift the shoulders up by the ears. Create a little bit of tension. And then exhale, relax the shoulders down. We're going to be going up and down, bending down quite deeply. Now, if you have knee injury or discomfort, just go down as low as is safe and comfortable for you. Otherwise, we're really going to go for it. Again, the intention with this is to send, drive energy into the earth. And as we inhale, we pull it up from the earth. So I'm going to turn to the side to show you a better angle. Standing just like this is your inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, you're going to squat down with control. Feet are planted, arms remain here. And you inhale through the nose, come back up to standing. Exhale through the nose, squat down. Inhale, stand up. So now that you know the flow, you can close the eyes and be with the breath. And try to let the breath guide you. Let the breath be your momentum. So the tendency here is to try to muscle your way through this, but ride the wave of your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Sat, Nam. Sat, Nam. In Kundalini Yoga, Sat Nam, which means truth, is the default mantra, meaning anytime you inhale, you can chant internally, Sat. And anytime you exhale, you can chant internally, Nam. And the benefit of that is on those days that you're showing up to your practice and your mind is really busy, perhaps your energy is feeling a little chaotic and ungrounded, the chant, the internal mantra, Sat Nam, gives your busy mind, your monkey mind, something to chew on. It's like giving a toddler a toy. We've got 30 more seconds here. Stay with it. Stay strong. On your next inhale, come to stand as you reach the arms all the way overhead. So stretch the glove of your body. Sip in 3 more times through the mouth. Squeeze the body. So you're going to send that earth energy from the soles of the feet up your thigh bones, into your groin, into your root, charging it up. Hold. And exhale. Come to a forward fold. So very slowly fold forward. You can grab opposite elbows like I'm doing here. Notice that my hips are in line with my heels. So if the hips tend to shift back, shift them above the heels, giving your back body, your hamstrings a nice stretch. So you're either grabbing opposite elbows, which is very grounding for the nervous system, or you're just letting the arms just fall and plop down onto the earth, hanging like vines from a tree. Perhaps you're stationary, or perhaps you're slightly swaying from side to side. Inhale deeply into the belly, into the groin, into your root, thinking of the color blood red, the smell of the earth, and exhale, release the breath. You're going to very slowly roll up like a yoga zombie as you breathe in. The head, chin is to the chest, the shoulders are heavy. And when you come to standing, roll the shoulders up, down, and back. We're going to come into horse stance, very similar to what you may know as goddess pose. So go ahead and take the feet wider than hip width apart like I'm doing here. The toes are going to turn out And you're going to sit down. So notice I have a nice 90 degree in my legs. My thigh bones are parallel to the ground. And you're going to be inhaling, drawing earth energy up from the ground, healing earth energy into your heart. And then exhale, sending any stagnant energy from your heart and lower 3 chakras down into the earth, the great recycler, to be released and to be composted and to be alchemized. So staying in your goddess stance or horse stance, inhaling slowly, intentionally drawing earth energy, healing energy into the heart chakra, and it passes the lower 3 chakras on the way there. And exhale, sending any stagnant energy, any fear out, back into Pachamama. So close the eyes and just stay with this flow. It almost has like a qigong feel to it. The arches of the feet are lifting off of the mat. The heels, the balls, the toes of the feet are pressing into the ground. You may notice that your thighs start to burn, maybe they quiver. This tension places stress, healthy stress, on your thigh bone, on your femur, which is the largest bone of the body, which produces the most bone marrow and red blood cells. So when we create a little external tension, like you're doing here, it puts a pressure into the bone marrow and drives fresh, newly generated red blood cells into your blood. And these are fresh red blood cells that contain fresh oxygen that is infused with healing earth energy in this moment. So enjoy the burning of the thighs. You've got 30 more seconds here. Enjoy the quivering. This is new energy pathways opening up for you. Last few moments. If you took a break, inviting you to come back in, recommit. Again, inhaling earth energy up slowly and exhaling fear, anxiety, senses of not belonging back to the earth so she can recycle them for you. On your next inhale, draw that energy all the way up. Go ahead and place both hands on the heart, one on top of the other. Press your hands into your vagus nerve, your chest, your heart. Hold the breath and squeeze. So you're simultaneously squeezing and lifting your pelvic floor as you press the hands into the chest to activate relaxation. Lift the gaze up to the third eye. Stay here. Exhale completely out of an O-shaped mouth. Inhale deeply into the belly, groin, root. Fill it up. Hold the breath. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Lift the energy up the spine. Press the hands into the heart. Shift the gaze up to the third eye. And exhale, relax. Go ahead and turn the toes to face each other and take a gentle forward fold for a few breaths. Heel toe the feet back to hip width apart, fingertips on the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Stretch the arms out wide. Palms touch above you. Hold the breath. Reach higher in the spine. Sip in 3 more times. Hold, lift the pelvic floor. Lift the gaze. Squeeze the spine. And exhale, slowly release the arms down to the left and right side of the room, cleansing your auric field with fresh, healing energy. We're going to come into a healthy bowel twist. And again, the bowel is deeply connected to the lower energy centers. You're going to take your feet wide, just like we did in goddess pose, toes turned out. The arms are going to be out to the side, shoulder height, palms face down. And your fingers are together, thumbs are pressing on the inside of the hands. So there's intentionality in your hands and in your arms. So this is the inhale position through the nose. And as you exhale, you're slowly going to twist over to one side. And if you can, you're going to reach for the outer ankle. If that's not accessible to you, then you can reach for the outer shin or the outer upper thigh. So that's the exhale through the nose. You want to keep your neck relaxed, belly engaged, core lifted, navel center engaged, pelvic floor lifted. Inhale, come back to center, big breath, fill the body all the way to the fingertips and toes. And exhale, twist to the other side. So we're inhaling center, exhaling fold. Inhale, exhale. So it's not super fast because we want to be intentional and deep with the breath. But there's a cadence there. In, out, in, out, up, down, sat, nam, nam. And again, the arches of the feet are lifting off the ground again. This is a root chakra kriya. So bring your pranic energy and attention into the depths of your body, lower body and beyond, into the earth. Got 30 more seconds here. Go ahead and inhale, come up to center, arms open wide. Sip in 3 more times through the mouth. Hold the breath, lift the pelvic floor, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, go ahead and twist over to your left side. And we're going to stay here for 10 breaths. So stay here twisting. Keep the collarbones open. Keep the lower back engaged, lower belly engaged. Calling in that twist, that squeezing of the torso. Great for detoxifying your liver, your spleen, and your colon. Pelvic floor lifts. A few more deep breaths here. Keep the arms strong, fingers engaged. Inhale, come back up to center. And then exhale, take your twist to the other side. Again, reaching for the outer ankle or where is available to you today. Eyes are closed, face is relaxed. Low belly is engaged. Gaze is at the third eye space. Twisting, breathing and twisting. For 10 breaths total. On your next inhale, come back to center. Deep breath in. And exhale, release the arms down by your side. Heel toe the feet back to hip width apart. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up to stand on your deep breath in. Stretch the arms out wide. Breathe, expand, include. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, big breath, and exhale, fold. We're going to come down to seated now, and you'll want to find your blanket. We're setting up for shoulder stand, which is incredible for the root chakra. Also really helpful to bring new, fresh, grounded energy into the higher chakras as well. So you're going to take your blanket and fold it so that there's a little bit of thickness to it, like I'm doing here. And you want the width of the blanket to extend from the base of your shoulders to the back of your head. So the idea is, we'll be coming onto our back in a moment, and the back body, back of the shoulders, back of the head is supported. So go ahead and gently come down onto your back, and we're going to come into shoulder stand. So if you have shoulder stand in your practice, go ahead and come into that now. Otherwise, you're going to come into plow pose. So your legs are extended forward. You're going to lift your legs up to the sky and place your hands on your lower back like I'm doing here. My fingers are facing up to the sky towards my toes. And then I'm going to kick my legs behind me and bring the feet, the toes, to the ground behind my head. This is plow pose. I'm going to shift my hands a little higher up my back, so they're right behind my kidneys, the middle of my rib cage. I'm going to walk my shoulder blades down away from my ears a little bit, and I'm going to open my shoulder blades out from underneath me. So whether you're in shoulder stand or plow pose, go ahead and walk the shoulder blades out from underneath the body to release any pinching. And then if you're in plow pose, go ahead and meet us here in shoulder stand. So left leg and right leg lift up. And your hips are above your shoulders. Your hips are above your shoulders. And your legs are very engaged here. So it's as if you are standing, right? As if you are standing on the ceiling. The feet are either flexed or pointed. And you're engaging Mula Bandha here. You're engaging your root chakra. So there's a gentle lift of the pelvic floor. There's a gentle energetic squeeze of the hip bones together. The legs are sealed as if you have one leg zipped up together. There's constriction in the throat, yes, but find a deep ujjayi breath anyway. And for the last 30 seconds of this, we're going to start kicking our bum. So as I'm doing here, you're staying in shoulder stand, kicking your bum with your heels. Kick, 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 kick. Eyes are closed. Continue this and continue to breathe deeply as you're kicking. This is really activating your life nerve, which is the sciatic nerve. It's activating your pelvis, your sits bones, your glutes. Very good for the root chakra, my friends. Do a few more kicks. And then lift the legs both back up. And you're very gently going to take a soft bend in the knees as you slowly, slowly, slowly drop your hips, guiding your back body onto the ground with your hands until your hips and whole back is on the earth, and then you can release the hands. Soles of the feet touch the ground. And just go ahead and rest here for a moment. So the feet, we're going to take a constructive rest. The feet are going to come wide. So about mat width apart, and the knees are going to knock together in the center of the body. The arms can just rest down by your side or overhead. And just take a few deep breaths here. We're going to make our way up to seated. So extend your legs out all the way. Extend the arms overhead. Take a deep breath in. Fill your body. And as you exhale, you're going to hug your knees into the chest, grabbing behind the thighs. And you're just going to rock up and down a few times. And I really want you to do this nice and slow. Inhaling as you go back to the shoulders. Exhaling as you come up to the hips. Eyes are closed. Tapping on the vertebrae, waking up the back body. And then go ahead and come up to seated. You can feel free to use your blanket as some padding for the next pose that we're going to do. So the next pose is called Maha Mudra. Excellent for the root chakra and grounding you in your life force. And so we'll start with both legs stretched out. You're going to keep the right leg stretched out, and you're going to bend your left leg, left knee, so your thigh is sandwiched on top of your shin bone, so that you're sitting on your left heel. So ideally in Mahamudra, the heel of the left foot is touching your perineum. The perineum is the space in between your vagina and your rectum. It's that 2 inches of skin that is supercharging and deeply connected to your root chakra. Now, this is why sometimes a little padding underneath you might help. Sometimes people might find it's uncomfortable to have the sensation of the heel in the perineum, in which case you could also fold your blanket up like I'm doing here to provide even more padding between your heel and your perineum. Now, for those of you that this is just not accessible in the left knee, perhaps you have a knee injury, you're going to go ahead and keep the right leg extended and bring the sole of the left foot to the ground. Knee faces the sky. Sole of the left foot, heel is close to the pelvic floor and the groin. Okay? So that's the modification. I'm going to come back into traditional Mahamudra. You're going to take your 2 thumbs and place them on your right big toe, if you can. So you've got like a peace sign grip on your right big toe. If that's not accessible to you, then just grab wherever you can on the foot or on the shin. Your right foot is flexed. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Lower belly gathers in, straight spine. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, you're going to fold forward, but not rounding the back. So the idea is to keep the spine long, pelvic bowl engaged, chin away from chest, collarbones open. We're going to close the eyes, and you're going to do breath of fire here. So exhale all the breath out of the body. Inhale deeply and begin. So you're continuing a breath of fire. You can feel that navel pumping. Perhaps you can feel it against the right thigh. The left heel is plugged into your perineum if you're in full Mahamudra, or plugged into the earth if you're in the modification. Right foot is flexed. Long spine. 20 more seconds here. Breath of fire. Inhale deeply, fill the belly all the way down to the root. Hold the breath at the top. Stay in your forward fold. Sip in 3 more times through the mouth. As you exhale, fold a little deeper as you release all that air from the lungs. And then gently come up, release the pose. We're going to come right in to the other side. So Mahamudra on the other side, left leg extended. Again, full Mahamudra is right leg bent, right heel pressed into the perineum. Again, you can pad the heel. And the modification is sole of the right foot on the ground. Know that you are a perfectly imperfect, asymmetrical human, and one knee, the experience of one side might feel very different than the experience of the other side. So take the modification if you need it here. Go ahead and grab the big toe with your thumb and peace sign fingers. Why do we do this? It activates your pituitary gland and your higher energy centers. Find a long spine, draw the shoulders down away from the ears, elbows slightly bent. Inhale deeply. Exhale, fold as much as you can while keeping the integrity of a straight spine. Breath of fire here. So again, exhale all the breath. Inhale fully and begin. Eyes are closed. Gaze is at the third eye space, gentle lift of the pelvic floor, shoulders relaxed, long spine. Gaze dwelling in the third eye center, charging up your lower centers here, especially that root chakra, Muladhara. Last few moments here. Inhale deeply, low into the belly. Belly rises, expands. Hold the breath. Lift the gaze, lift the pelvic floor. Exhale, fold forward as you release all that breath. Go ahead and come back up to seated. Extend both legs out in front of you. Give them a good shake. A good shake. We're going to come to seated and just do a little twist. Again, excellent for the digestion. So you can either do this seated or kneeling. You're going to interlace the hands behind the nape of the neck. The thumbs are supporting the side of the neck. Elbows flare out wide, collarbones open. As you inhale deeply through the nose, you twist left. As you exhale deeply through the nose, you twist right. We're going to go at a nice, moderate cadence. So in, out, left, right, sat, nam. Keep on going. Halfway there. You want to ensure that there's an engagement of your root, a lift of the pelvic floor, a gentle engagement of the lower belly, lower back. Keep the energy lifting up the spine. Breathe a little deeper here as you continue the twist left, right. Inhale, come to center. Take a deep breath. Keep the hands where they are. Sip in 3 more times through the mouth. Squeeze the spine. Lift the pelvic floor. Lift the gaze. Stay and hold and stay and hold. And exhale, relax, release the arms. Let's come all the way down onto our backs now. Coming all the way down onto your back. We're going to set ourselves up for Shavasana. So you might like to take that blanket folded underneath the knees. Or you might like to cover the whole body. If you have an eye pillow, place an eye pillow over the eyes. Take a moment to just land. Gently rock the neck from side to side. Open the heels wider on your mat. Open the arms wider onto your mat. Let the eyes roll into the back of the head. And welcome yourself here. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Let your heels land heavy on the ground. Feel your heels dropping deeper and deeper into the earth. Effortless legs. Your pelvis cradled by the earth. Your back melts into the ground. Feel the ground welcoming your shoulders, your upper back, the back of your head. Allow the earth to receive your head completely. Feel the ground welcoming the back of your hips and your heels. Allow the earth to receive your legs completely. Feel the ground welcoming the back of your arms, your triceps, your elbows, and the backs of the hands, the knuckles. Allow the earth to receive your arms completely. Welcome your breath into your body. Welcome your breath with a softening belly. Your breath caring for you as it flows in and out on its own. Let your belly soften more and drain down into your back. Let your body rest on the ground. The earth will hold you. Let your breath into your body. The ground longs to carry you so that your breath can fill you. Know that the more you let go here, the more you are supported by the earth. Take another deep inhale, holding it gently at the top. And exhale, release. Staying in this shavasana, relaxed, grounded, safe, and held. And you'll hear my voice in a few minutes. Slowly bring awareness back into your body now. Keep your body still. Take a breath. Receive a breath. Down into your tailbone, your inner thighs, down your legs, all the way to the soles of your feet. Let out a gentle sigh. And start to wiggle the toes, wiggle fingers. Move the neck side to side. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. And as you exhale, hug the knees into the chest here. Take a little rock from side to side. Ironing out the lower back. And staying on your back here, just rub the soles of the feet together in the air. And then rub the palms of the hands together in the air, like I'm doing here. This is what we do after a Kundalini practice to integrate all the subtle energies. So keep on rubbing and take a deep breath. And then we're going to come into what's called the cat stretch. So hug the right knee into the body, extend the left leg out long, and take a twist, carrying the right knee over to the left side of the body. Extend the right arm out and look over the right shoulder for a breath, just squeezing the juice of this practice. Releasing any last little bit of stagnancy in the low back. Inhale, come back to center, switch legs, left knee in, right leg long. Take your twist, look over the left shoulder if you can. Inhale, come back to center, hug the knees into the chest, grab behind the thighs, and we'll start to rock up and down, up and down, up and down. Inhaling back, exhaling up, every breath counts until you come all the way up to seated, keeping your eyes closed. Coming all the way up to seated, and maybe it feels nice to take some neck rolls, some shoulder shrugs. Receive some deep breaths. Notice how you feel. And go ahead and rub the palms together. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh. Place both hands on your lower belly. Your lower belly. Close the eyes and connect to your root. The color, blood, red, the element of earth. Know that you are held in the divine, maternal, and paternal love of this energy. And to close this practice, I want to read a poem to you from your root. Hello, sweet child. I am the tangled, woody web that binds you to this earth, pulls from the soils to feed and nourish you. I am the earth, great Mama Gaia. My tubers are the origin of your creation. I root you into your depths and connect you into the ground of your being. I am the mother, the father, your blood, your seed, your beginning, your source. I am the doorway, the gateway, and the entrance to everything that is you and all who are yet to come. I am your safe haven, your soft landing, the shore of shelter that will always be there after turbulent storms. I am your constant companion, the voice of the stones, the whispering trees on the autumn afternoon. I am the peeling birch bark, the sap-covered pine cone, and the braided sweetgrass, sweet child. I dance you to the primal beat of the elk drum, and my highest purpose, my love, is to keep you safe, always. My greatest gift is you. You are so deeply, deeply loved. Thank you for being here, for being with me and witnessing your depths. Aho. With all my love, your root. Placing your hands back to heart center, fusing them together. We'll seal this Kundalini Kriya with the chant Sat Nam. We'll chant it one time. It means truth. Truth is my identity. It's a long Sat, short Nam. So exhale all the breath out of the body. Inhale deeply to tune out. Sat Nam. Inhale deeply, bringing your thumb knuckles to the third eye space. Hold that breath at the top. Lift the pelvic floor, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, fold forward. Fingertips, third eye, touch and kiss the earth. Stay here for a breath. Draw in that earth energy into your third eye space, into your groin. Exhale, release. Come all the way back up to seated. Your root chakra Kriya is complete. Have a beautiful day and namaste.